All right. And if you guys could please mute yourself, that would be great. It would help me out a lot. Anyways, excited for tonight. Welcome, everybody. We have Shanna McDonald hosting tonight's Opportunity Zoom. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Miss Shanna McDonald from Seattle, Washington, Gig Harbor.
Yes, yes. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Great to be here. Super excited to share this opportunity with you guys and have some of my great friends share their testimonials on these amazing life-changing products, as you guys all know, and some of you are new. So I'll tell you just a little bit of my story. I have three kids, 21 years old, 17, and 9. And so I have always had the passion of being the stay-at-home mom. My parents, hi, hello. My parents divorced when I was pretty young, and I saw my mom be that working mom of. I was one of three kids as well, so she was always working. I think one time she worked 3 jobs, and I just saw her struggle, and so my goal in life was to be there for my kids because I wanted to be the one that picked them up off the bus and took them to school and made their lunches and just my mom was an excellent wonderful mother, but she just didn't have time to be there. And so that was a big goal of mine, and that's where I really uh, answered a work from home ad in the paper, in a newspaper. That ages me a little bit, but I told you I have a 21-year-old. So when he was 2 years old, I answered a work from home ad, and that just so happened to be one of the big legacy companies, Herbalife. I didn't know anything about direct sales or anything. I just called looking to make some money from home. I've been with my husband since I was 19, so I'm happily married, and he's always supported me in this venture. But at that time, being a single, well, not single, but a dual, we had to make money. So I always worked odd jobs, waitressing. I worked nights while he worked days, just so I could be there with the kids during the day. I didn't want to pay for daycare. I didn't want to uh, just I wanted to be the mom. So, and kudos to all you working parents out there, that it was just something that I wanted. So that's how I was introduced to direct sales. And my first convention was down in Louisiana Superdome. It was a packed out place. I was in the nosebleed section, and I saw all these people walking across the stage, and I just fell in love with the industry and what it provided. Uh, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are just like me, and they're making these crazy checks, and I could do that too. So I have been in the health and wellness area. That's also another passion of mine. Obviously, Herbalife is health and wellness products. So I've always just stuck in that arena as far as direct sales. And so I've been in quite a few companies just trying to find my fit, my home. And it wasn't until September of 2017 that I was introduced to this. And at that time, Mark and Judy weren't even sharing the coffee. They were actually just, I was really looking for something. And she came to me and said, you should check out this company. And I ended up joining and trying that coffee. And that was what really, that first cup, you guys, was, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. I mean, at that time, this is all we had was the coffee and the Xanthamax. And now I've got this little arsenal behind me of products. You guys can see we didn't have that when I got started. But what you guys, if you don't know about these, this is the product that releases the dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, and our Xanthamax releases oxytocin. And these two together just blew my mind. And I just started sharing it with the world like crazy. I private messaged all my friends. I said, you guys, what if I told you I found a product that was gave you energy, focus, made you just feel so happy, and it was in the form of coffee? Would you be interested? And all my friends were like, you had me at coffee. And that's when I had the big aha moment of how incredible this opportunity it was because all the programs I did in the past were so complicated. They were so much, take this pill here, take this there, and have a shake. And it was like people didn't want shakes. They would try it. No offense to anything like that, but this was so much easier. Everyone was already in the habit of consuming coffee. So it was a home run for me. My first 2 months into the business, I got 60 customers. And out of those 60 customers, a whole bunch of them had the same experience I did. They had that, light bulb came on. It was just, they felt amazing. And then they ended up sharing it with their friends. And it just went crazy, crazy, crazy. And I just can't believe what has happened with this company since I began. It's absolutely amazing. And so now we've got the tea, we've got the cocoa, we've got the lemonade, we've got the chai tea, we've got, I mean, whatever you want, different versions of coffee. I personally love the Canadian Max. It's so smooth, a little less caffeine for me, which is perfect. And then now we've got the Max Plus pills. So I have a little half cup of the Max in some the Max Canada, and then at lunch I have a pill. Depending on how I feel, I'll take 2 of the Max Plus capsules, and then I am rocking and rolling. And now I was fortunate enough to get a little bit of hands-on. Since I reached the rank of ambassador, we got to try the unwind. And so I love it. I think now we have just the perfect opportunity, the morning, noon, and night. And I also am a total nutrition freak. Like I will Google, benefits of cinnamon. I will Google benefits of, so when I saw the ingredients on this, I was like a little researcher. And when I saw what all these ingredients in this unwind can do, I was like, oh, this is going to be huge, and it tastes great. So you guys are going to love it. Super excited. But that's pretty much how I shared this opportunity. I just shared a cup of coffee with my friends. My motto was, hey, your first cup's on me. I felt like I was just sharing something with the heart, offering a simple cup of coffee to my friends. And then it just took off from there. So I love the part about this company too, as well, is that we focus on the products. We focus on helping our customers. We're not in your face about promoting the business side. If you want to, great. If you don't, you just want to be a customer, fantastic. We love you wherever you are. And so it has just been a life-changing opportunity for me. I've never had this success before in any other of my previous ventures. And I kind of look at it as, do you want to drive a Pinto or a Ferrari? And it felt like all the other companies I were in, I couldn't get the speed. I couldn't get the momentum in my business. People would try it and then they wouldn't reorder. And this is completely unlike anything I've ever done before. I was able to actually, my husband is another big why of mine. He worked up in Seattle, and he at that time was commuting hour and a half each way, before and after work. We live in Gig Harbor, and he was working in Seattle. And he's worked at that company for 21 years. And it was great. It supported our family, and we're very grateful for that. But we didn't see Dad. He would come home at 7 o'clock at night. We'd have dinner. He also was trying to do a home inspection business on the side. So he was doing that and flipping homes. And we were missing Ryan big time. And so with this opportunity, I was actually able to replace his income at that job of 21 years in 6 months. I'm not trying to make income claims. This is just what happened to me. Everybody is different. And he was able to cut that tether. And now he's pursuing his inspection business on the side when he wants to. He's not even, it's just been a huge blessing beyond words, you guys. It has really changed our lives in so many ways, and it can for you. I was just super excited, and I got to work and I got into action, and I'm going to introduce to you a few people, lovely ladies who have been on this journey with me, and seeing their stories has been unbelievable. We love our community. We support each other. We're our cheerleaders, right? Like, what kind of business do you have coworkers that are cheering you on and, raising you up and lifting you up to be a happier, better person? And so I'm going to introduce some ladies, but that is my little infomercial on Shanna McDonald, and why I love this company so much is because we really truly are helping so many people, and elevating happiness is just, I'm just really proud and honored to be a part of this company. So I love it, love it, love it with all my heart. This is my home. We're super excited where this is going for all of you guys who are here with us. So I'm going to introduce one of my good friends. She was one of the first who's been on this journey with us, Daniela. And you guys, let me just tell you real quick. Daniela, and she can share her story. It's going to be amazing. But Daniela was, she's like our little herbalist guru. And she can tell her story on that. But, you know, when I shared with her the ingredients, or I picked her brain, I said, what do you think of these ingredients on the Unwind? And she was like, I'll let her explain, but it was so awesome to hear her excitement on this new product. And she's got a great story with what these products have done for her. So Daniela, would you mind sharing your story with us, my girl?
Hi guys, nice to be here with you all. I know I haven't been on Facebook Live anytime in the past couple months, but I'm planning on doing more of those. But I want to start off by telling you guys, I really have to tell you this because I don't want to make any medical claims, but I am an autoimmune nightmare. That's what my doctors have always called me. When I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I had an autoimmune attack on my pancreas. So I need insulin for the rest of my life. I was a medical assistant for about 8 years in endocrinology. And during that time, I started to get really sick and I was having episodes of passing out and pain. And I must have been in and out of the hospital, I want to say at least 10 times during that time. I've been in the hospital probably over 15 times in my life. And while I was working, they finally figured out that the reason for my health issues was fibromyalgia, and I had to stop working. It's hard for me to talk about this because my job was so important to me and I loved what I did. But being so sick, I wasn't able to work all the time, and my job had to let me go. Never been fired from anything in my life, just killed me. And so I was home and I was going through, my doctor's appointments with my rheumatologist, and they diagnosed me for a third time with lupus. So here I am now with type 1 diabetes. I have fibromyalgia and I have lupus. My autoimmune system hates me. So they started putting me on medications and things like that. And I have an allergic reaction to almost every medicine that could possibly help me. I had an allergic reaction to. I couldn't take gabapentin. I couldn't take any codeine products or morphine products. I couldn't take the infusions I needed for my lupus. I had horrible reactions to them. So I had to become my own physician. I had to seek out things that were going to help me feel better because it was horrible. So a couple summers ago, I took a master herbalist class and I started to study herbs. I was studying them all along, but I just became really more involved in them. And when I started these products, I'm not kidding when I tell, some people say they don't feel anything right away. The minute I tried my sample, I wasn't even halfway through it. And it was like this clarity just came over me and couldn't believe it. I'm like, I don't have brain fog. That day I cleaned the house from top to bottom. My husband came home from work and he was like, what are you doing? And who are you? I said, listen, babe, you got to try this right now. And it was like, at nighttime, I'm like, just try a half a cup of it. I want to see what it does for you. He works in behavioral health care and he needs all the energy he can get. And so then he started taking it and, it was helping him get through the day and not, have all this energy. And the best part of it for me is with the Xanthamax, with the Xanthamax part of it. So you have your happy coffee and then you have your Xanthamax that, you take one every day. But I found out that when I was having flare-ups, if I increased my dose of Xanthamax, I've gone up to at least 3 a day or 2 twice a day, up to 4 at the most. And it would take me weeks or months to get out of a flare. And now, I can just take that Xanthamax, and within a day or two, maybe I might spend a day in bed, and then I'm good to go all over again. And, these products have been so life-changing for me. And I haven't shared a lot about my youngest daughter. She recently was diagnosed with ADHD, and they wanted to put her on some Adderall. And I just shook my head. I just have such an aversion to synthetic drugs unless they're absolutely necessary, because, there's some conditions that absolutely need them. But she started drinking the coffee, and she was like a new person. And now, especially, and it was just recently that I started giving it to her with this homeschooling stuff. I've been going like nuts because I'm trying to go to school. She's trying to go to school. And I'm like, I can't believe I haven't lost my mind yet. And she's been able to totally focus on her schoolwork without me being on her back all the time. And, I was taking a lot of other supplements as well. I have taken reishi mushrooms in the past. I have reishi mushrooms. I have ashwagandha. I've got a bunch of different tinctures, all kinds of herbal medicines. And when Shanna told me the ingredients that were in this new unwind, I said, holy crap, Shanna. I said, I pay over $150 for only 3 of those ingredients. And like, here's look, I even have it right here. This is my little herbal medicine paper that I have that, all the prices are in there. Ashwagandha was costing $40. I had the reishi mushrooms were $59.99. I was paying, what was the other one I was taking? It's in the coffee. It was another supplement. That was $70 I was paying. I've gotten rid of like half of my supplements, and that's only 4 of the ingredients out of the 16 ingredients that are in that unwind. And so that totally is blowing my mind right now, and I can't wait to get it. When I went and bought it yesterday, I expedited my shipping. I don't care. I will pay whatever to get here as fast as I can. And I can't wait to try it and let you guys all know about it. But that's a little bit of my story. I mean, I could go on forever, but I know we got a lot of other people to get to.
Oh, well, I just love you, girl. And I'm so happy. And I just can't wait for you to get this stuff and just
I can't wait to throw this out.
I know. I was so excited when you shared that because I have I have like a couple of mushroom blends, and it just, I can't even take the taste.
When I saw that proprietary blend that was up during the live event yesterday or Saturday, I shook my head. I mean, even the saffron is one of the most expensive herbs in the entire world. And we're getting it all like for such a cheap price. And that's the thing that people need to remember when they say, oh, I can't spend money on one more thing. Oh, yes, you can, because your health is worth it. And you're going to spend more money on the co-pays at your doctor's office if you're not taking care of yourself and your stress levels. So that's okay. I'm going to sit there.
Yep. Someone's asking about ashwagandha. How does that help with autoimmune? Would you say?
That helps with ashwagandha helps actually with a lot of things. It helps with stress levels. It helps with headaches. It helps with inflammation. So those are a couple of the things that it does. But that's how, I take it every day because it was like this popular supplement and everybody was talking such great things about it. And, there's another company that has it in like a chewable form, and it costs a ridiculous amount of money. And I'm like, I'm not getting that. And, I just took the supplement every day. I have at least 7 different herbal supplements that I was taking, but since the coffee came out and now when the unwind comes out, I get to get rid of 3 more. I'm like so excited. It's like all in one. But you can, if you look it up, I don't know. I have a page on Facebook called Let Nature Be Your Medicine. And I may have posted about ashwagandha in there. Who asked? Because I can tag you in it.
Let's see. It was Dawn Peterson.
Okay, Dawn. I'll see if I can find you on Facebook, and I'll tag you in that. I'll write it down, Dawn Peterson, and then I'll tag you in that post, and it'll give you everything you need to know about it.
That's so awesome. See, isn't she amazing? She's so helpful. Like if anyone in the group says, "What's this mean?" You just doc Daniela. She's
It's funny because the doctor I worked for used to call me Dr. D all the time because she's like, I swear to God, you know more than I do. When it came to, it was hysterical. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm going into public health. I'm working on a master's degree in that. But to use it to help people prevent disease. You know what I get? I mean, everybody's trying to treat disease with a pill. I'm about preventing the disease before it comes. So,
Well, thank you so much for sharing, and I appreciate everything you do. And it's all about helping other people, and we learn from each other. So thank you, Daniela, for sharing your
you're
story.
welcome.
Amazing. I'm going to go to a wonderful mother of 6. She is just a little firecracker, just so fun. And she's got a great, great story of how these products have helped her kick her energy drink habit. And I want her to share about that and what it's done in so many other ways. But Brandy Hendricks, if you are here, you look so cute. If you could share, that would be awesome. Just unmute and hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. So you already said it. I'm a mom of 6. Obviously, I need energy. So, like 15 years ago, I started drinking energy drinks to keep up with my little Taylor, who's now a teenager. So, I was always gotten onto by my grandmother for the bad ingredients in the energy drinks. And she made me promise her that I would quit drinking them. So Jennifer reached out to me and told me about the coffee. I tried it for the first time. I told her the first day that I drank it, like I was just so happy, so present with my kids. And I hadn't felt like that overwhelming. It's usually robotic mode, I guess I'm trying to say. And I just get everything done that they have planned and that I have planned for the day. But I didn't feel like I was present enough. I had worked daytime job 9 to 5, got off, did what I needed to do with them, then went to another job, and then ended up working overnight too for extra money during the holidays. So I was working 3 jobs and not, it wasn't making ends meet. I got into network marketing, but it's very hard work, in my opinion. You have lots to do and talk about to people and be there for your customers and everything. So I was having a hard time keeping up. And Jennifer noticed again, she was like, Brandy, you're still drinking the energy drinks, aren't you? And that was this year. And I said, yeah, I went back to drinking the energy drinks. So I got on my calculator and I started adding up what I was spending on energy drinks every single day times 7 days times a whole month. And I was like, okay, I've been giving you the excuse that I can't afford to do this when I'm spending way more on something that's very unhealthy for me. So let me go ahead, start, getting the products into my body on a consistent basis instead of just trying to sample. So I got involved with the company just for the discount, to be honest with you, because I have 6 kids and I wanted to start saving money. My son has autism, and I took the ingredients list to his doctor because I'm against pharma medications for my children, and they approved the ingredients list. So he's been on it. He was not talking at all, and he started talking, and he's now saying that he loves me, and that's like something that was huge. It was a feeling that I didn't have fulfilled within myself. My son wasn't telling me that he loved me, and every one of my other children were. So it's like, I don't know, it was something inside me that needed that. And now I have it. And I believe that he was going to be able to speak. When they told me he'll never be able to, I've always been the type of person that if someone tells me I can't, I don't care if it gets me emotional to do it or whatever. I do whatever I have to do, cry, scream, run, jump. I mean, do whatever I have to do for my children and myself. And that's what I've been more capable of doing since I've been on the products. And we work together as a family. We have more game nights. I'm not working 3 jobs anymore. I'm solely at home with them. I'm just so present. So I know I don't want to keep on going because like Daniela said, we can talk and forget the time. And I'm just excited and honored that you guys let me share here, because it's really changed my body too. I've been walking more and drinking more water, and I'm stronger than I've ever been because these products help me to want to work out, want to take the kids to the park and not sit home and just clean robotically every day.
That's amazing. And you've lost quite a few pounds too as well.
52 pounds. I don't get on the scale very often. So I started in April, and I got on the scale, and then I gave it a few months to see what it would do. And I had 6 babies. I had one in 2017, one in 2018. So I had put on some weight. I was almost 200 pounds, and I'm 4'10". So if you can imagine what I look like with some weight on me, it's not the best, because it kind of hurts my feet too. Not just looks funny, but it was starting to hurt my back and my feet. Just, I wanted to feel better so that I could be that mom that takes her kids to the beach and amusement parks and doesn't use the excuse that I don't feel good, because I used to have a lot of headaches and feel really bad. After I had gotten a cancer diagnosis in 2019 before I even started this company too. And when my grandmother was passing away, I was getting the remission. I was in remission news, and she was passing away from cancer. So it was an emotional time, and I'm just thankful for Jennifer for showing me the products and like not giving up on me, because I was such a skeptic and was like, I don't know if the coffee made me feel this way or I just like made myself think it. But now I've been on it consistently, and I know that nothing else has ever made me feel this good daily. It's like I don't even have to have it first thing in the morning anymore, and I'm already good to go. Like, I'm ready to drink my coffee. I'm up, I'm doing, getting the kids stuff ready for school and doing our calendar and everything. It's crazy, because I used to be so unmotivated.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And you
You're
were able to
welcome.
get a trampoline for your kids, with
Yes.
some side income. It was awesome to see, and more is going to come your way. I just know it. Thank you so much for sharing, and beautiful,
You're
beautiful.
welcome. Thank you guys for listening.
And yes, someone did ask, what does your son take for that you had approved? Which
Zest and Xanthomax. Sorry, I should have said that. I didn't know if we could say the product names or whatnot. But yes, he drinks Zest every day. Sometimes chocolate, like hot chocolates on cooler days, or I might blend it up in like a frosty flavored thing. But he's approved for all of those. I don't give him the coffee just because he's so little. He's only 3. And then the Xanthomax, I actually put into yogurt because he doesn't swallow the pill.
Oh, thank you. And we always
You're
say, just check with your doctor, your pediatrician, before you, like she said, she took it to hers, and they gave it the A-OK, and I'm sure you do it in a little smaller doses probably.
right. Correct.
Right. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, my girl. And
You're welcome.
anyways, I have my last guest here who just has a wonderful story as well. Heather, if you could share your story, that would be amazing. She is new to the company. I'll let her, I'll just zip it and let her share. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Shanna. Thank you so much. Heather. I'm from Florence, Kentucky. I've actually only been with the company about 4 weeks. I have 4 beautiful children. I have a 23-year-old who is actually going to make me a grandma for the first time. Just found out about 4 weeks ago, actually, when I started with the company. I have a 21-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 9-year-old. I found out about this company. There was my 9-year-old. Sorry about that. Love lives. I found out about this company through Melody Bobo, and I've actually known her for about 5 years. She was actually working for another company selling other products to help lose weight. And it didn't quite work out for me, but we stayed friends because I loved her as a person. So when she started with this company, I was kind of a skeptic, and she got me to try it it was almost a year ago. And I was what the doctor called morbidly obese. And you hate to hear those words, when your doctor says that to you. And I'm like, I knew I was because I couldn't do anything. You know, the kids was be like, Mom, let's go to the park. And I'm like, no, I can't even get out of my recliner. You know, I work, I've been with a publishing company for 16 years. It's not like I had a laborious job. I sit at a desk all day, work at a computer, but I would get home and mentally exhausted because I do, you know, I set up courses for professors online and it is mentally exhausting. But I'd get home, sit in my recliner, and my kids would be like, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I would just be, nah, I'm good. You guys go, I'll just sit here and I'm good. But when I started on these products, I also had a lot of, and again, not making any medical claims here, but I have suffered from depression and anxiety for 20 years. Since I had my second son, something went crazy with my hormones, and my doctors put me on all kinds of medicines. But since I started taking these products, I noticed that the depression and anxiety started going away. And I thought, oh, medications are just working, you know, I've gotten on the right medications, not even thinking about the products. And time slowly went on and I'm thinking, I don't know that it's the medications necessarily. So as I started talking to Melody, and she's like, you know, I don't think it's the medications. I think it's probably the happy products working. And I'm thinking, maybe she's right, you know, because it has been about the same time period. So I started talking to my doctor, and of course, doctors aren't going to tell you that it's some happy products that you're on that's mysteriously curing this illness that you've had for over 20 years. So she's like, you know, just be careful what you're taking. And I said, well, I think I'm going to slowly start weaning myself off. So I did. And so I slowly started weaning myself off of my medications. I'm down to only taking 2 pills where I was taking 15 plus pills a day. And no repercussions, no side effects, no nothing. And it has been wonderful. I was one of those people where my husband would be like, if you don't take your medicines, you might as well just stay in the other room because we can't even handle you. But now they're like, Mom, did you take your happy products today? And I'm like, yep, sure did. They're like, okay, that's good. But because of the happy
15
products,
medications. 15.
but because of the happy products, I was actually able to lose 100 pounds, which was awesome. And I owe it all to the happy products. I didn't lose it instantly. It wasn't one of those things where I woke up one day and 100 pounds was just gone. It was over about a span of 9 or 10 months. And my doctor was amazed. He did try to get me help. You know, he did try to get me on weight loss medication, but unfortunately my insurance would not approve it. And when I told him what I was doing, you know, I started losing the weight, and he's like, how are you doing it? And I told him, and he's like, well, whatever you're doing, girl, you keep doing it because you're losing it. And he's like, I don't know what the happy products are, but maybe I need to try the happy products because I could stand to lose a few pounds. So Melody kept trying to talk me into going into the business. And I'm like, girl, I'm not a salesperson. I can't do sales. I've never done sales. I can't sell anything to save my life. So she's been trying to get me in it since I've been doing the products. And something hit me about a month ago, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm stuck in the house with these kids all the time. Maybe I'm going crazy again. I don't know. But one day I would just texted her, and we were talking back and forth. And I was like, you know what, Melody, I'm just going to try it. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, do they come after me if I stop selling it or something? And she's like, no, I mean, you just stop selling. So try it. I was like, okay, where do I go? Sign me up. And 2 weeks later, I hit rank runners and I'm selling like crazy. And I was like, girl, what am I doing? I'm doing it. And she's like, I told you could do it. And I was like, this is insane. I can't even believe I'm doing this. And she's like, I've told you for years you can do this. And it's an amazing company and they are so supportive and they're amazing. I mean, every single person on the team, you sell one thing and they're all so supportive and always backing you up. And if you have any questions, there's always somebody there to answer you. So if there's anybody in this group that wants to join or is thinking about joining, don't hesitate. I mean, there's always somebody there that is always willing to help you no matter what. So if you're thinking about it, don't hesitate. And this new product that's coming out, I mean, it's amazing. I was just telling Shanna today that I've suffered with insomnia for probably 5 years now. And I was put on medications again. And I would be up 5 to 6 nights straight and no sleep. I would be a walking zombie. And so they put me on hard medications so I could actually sleep. And so when they announced this product on Saturday, I literally almost jumped out of the chair screaming. And my husband's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, they're coming out with this sleep product. I don't have to be on hard medications for sleep. There's another medication I can come off of. And he's actually believing in the product now too. That's another thing I forgot to mention. He's actually started taking the products and I texted him one day at work and I said, hey, how's the products working for you? He's like, I don't think I've really actually noticed it. And I'm like, oh, really? Are you being for real? And he's like, yeah, I don't think I have. So the next day he texted me, he's like, oh my God, I forgot to take the pills. And I said, really? So what? And he's like, oh my God, I feel horrible. Like I'm dragging. I feel like I'm dying. I said, I thought they didn't work for you. He said, okay, so I lied apparently. So don't let anybody tell you they don't work because they do. My husband's a walking prime example of that. But thank you, Shanna, for letting me share my story. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. So awesome. I just love hearing everybody's stories. So thank you so much. Beautiful. So excited for you to get the unwind and let it work for you. And you guys, that is what we were here to share tonight. So get with the person who invited you here, and just so looking forward to seeing so many more stories when this unwind comes out. And it's going to be amazing. We're all about elevating others. And as you can see, all these wonderful people are super excited. And anyways, that's it. Like, if anyone has any questions, or Judy, is there anything else?
No, thank you guys so much. It was amazing. Oh my gosh. You guys, your Daniela, Brandy, and Heather, your testimonials were like, whoop, through the roof. I mean, amazing. Congratulations, Shanna. You're an amazing host. And if you're just new here, get with the person who shared this with you and join our community where we really just want to love and appreciate everybody. It's a beautiful family here, and you guys did amazing. So congratulations. Let's unmute and share the love, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Shanna.
Bye.
Appreciate you guys. Great job.
Good job. Thank you.
Love you all. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Very good.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.